Streaming now, this is the Wood TV Live Desk.
And good morning, everyone. Phil Penarski here with the Wood TV Live Desk. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your Thursday. Oktoberfest is officially underway in Germany, and while we may not all be able to just head on out to Munich and enjoy the festivities there, you can actually get an authentic, real experience in Grand Rapids this weekend. Oktoberfest Grand Rapids returns this weekend, and joining us today to talk a little bit about the highly anticipated event in traditional German attire is Bill Johnson with the festival. Bill, thank you so much for being here. Love the outfit.
Thank you very much for having me, and guten Morgen.
Yes, no, very appropriate for what we're going to be talking about, Bill. First things first, I mean, obviously, you came dressed appropriately. How excited are you for Oktoberfest to really come back here to the West Michigan?
Oh, it's always our most fun time. I play in a band that does several Oktoberfests around the area, and nothing is as good as the Grand Rapids Oktoberfest.
Yeah, no, definitely something for everybody that's, as I mentioned, highly anticipated. Everybody's really excited for this weekend. Is there anything new? I know there's a lot of things that we'll get into in a moment that people will be accustomed to seeing if they've been before, but is there anything new for those frequent guests who come to Oktoberfest? Is there going to be anything new for them to check out this year?
Well, we've expanded several things. So, we're expanding our games a little bit more. We're doing games on Friday and Saturday. For folks, we have our first official cornhole tournament as part of the event. Of course, I can't go on without talking about the Dachshund races, the Wiener Dog races, Saturday at 1 o'clock. Those are always a blast. Everyone loves to see those little Wiener Dogs run. And, slightly modified payment system. We went to it last year. And so instead of people who may not have went last year might remember, we used to do tokens. We don't do tokens anymore. What we do now is we queue up. You get your wristband to get into the beer tent. That's $4. And then it's $6 per ticket for the beer. But you don't have to pay a thing to come on the festival grounds and enjoy the bands and enjoy the atmosphere. But that's the one slightly new thing if they hadn't been here in the past couple of years.
Right. No, and I think that is kind of the key there, Bill, is mentioning to people that to just enjoy everything, it is completely free to get in and just kind of take in all the sights and sounds of everything. And, you touched on the Dachshund races, obviously something that everybody's very excited about, but kind of touch on some of the other things that people can expect to see if they come on out either Friday or Saturday.
Absolutely. Well, in terms of entertainment, let's talk about a couple of the big things. When do we start? We start at 3 o'clock on Friday, and that goes until midnight. 10 o'clock. I'm sorry, 10 o'clock. And on Saturday, we go from noon until 10 o'clock. So in terms of entertainment, let's go over that real quick. You want to see a traditional German choir? Well, the Edelweiss Club, which is the main sponsor of Oktoberfest, provides a choir, the Edelweiss Choir, and we'll be singing traditional German Oktoberfest music that everyone, if you know it, you can come join us. If you don't, you can enjoy the music as well. And then we actually have another cool event. We have the Alphorns, the Alphorn group Alpentraum, of which I'm also a member, performing an opening ceremony at 5:15, and we'll have the ceremonial keg tapping right after that. We have a firkin brought in by the owner of Kusterer Brauhaus, and it's brewed specially for us, and that's amazing. And then right after that, we go into the Route 161 Happy Wanderers, which is the polka band we had last year. They're a lot of fun. They mix up music a little bit. They take rock and roll music and turn it into polkas. If you've never heard Nirvana done as a polka, then you need to come out here because it's pretty cool. Saturday, we get started really early in the entertainment. We have a beer band, the Grossesine Beer Band at noon. At 1:30, we have the Stubenmusik, which is a club-sponsored musical group. And then we roll right into the Einprosit German Band, which is going to be a 40-piece brass band, playing from 2 till 4:45. We do all sorts of things. We do singing, we do dancing. We have a participation from the audience, which is great. And then we do another Edelweiss choir after that. One more hit of the Alphorns, especially by themselves, and then right back into Route 161 Happy Wanderers. In terms of the games, we have lots of stuff. We have the cornhole competition. We have stein holding contests for men and women on Friday and Saturday night. So, hey, Phil, come on out.
Yeah, right.
You can hold out that stein. It's a lot of fun.
I've had a lot of experience doing that, Bill.
Excellent. We do keg rolling and keg tosses on Saturday. Those are in rounds, so you want to get there early. The first round for the keg rolling is 2 o'clock. The keg toss is 3 o'clock. And again, we'll be doing the Stein holding contest as well. And that's great for the adults. What about for the kids? Well, we have several things for the kids. So bring the family, right? We have bounce houses this year, $7 per child per day. You can pay with cash or Venmo on site. On Friday, they're open from 3 until 6. On Saturday, they're open from noon until 6. And we also have some traditional German games. If your kids want to participate, probably the little bit not too small, but younger kids, we do the Kofferpacken, which is a game called packing a suitcase, and there's explanations on the website oktoberfestgr.com. And we also do a couple other games. I'm not going to try and pronounce the German. It's too early in the morning since I'm not a native speaker. But check those out. Lots of fun stuff. We do those throughout the afternoon from 1:30 until 6:30.
Yeah, no, definitely a lot going on. And Bill, we do appreciate you kind of going through that whole list. And I want to remind everybody also that you can find all that right now, that entire list of activities, as well as everything else you might need to know regarding Oktoberfest right now over on our website, woodtv.com. Bill, kind of shifting gears just a little bit now. Obviously, you're somebody who's been a part of Oktoberfest for a couple years now. You came dressed appropriately. You obviously care a great deal about putting on a great festival like this. So kind of wanted to ask you, with these kind of cultural festivals that we see kind of popping up in Grand Rapids, but they are kind of held all over, really across the country, how important are they really to help the community kind of either share in a culture that they may not be familiar with, or really for those who may be a part of that culture, maybe they have some German ancestry, maybe they came over from Germany, how important is it for them to have this festival and kind of, touch back base with their roots?
I think it's hugely important. I mean, we need to be absolutely clear here because, my friends, Germany is a huge country. I believe it's about the size of Montana. And Oktoberfest really are something that's more of a Southern German kind of thing. They do it all over the place, but wearing the Trachten like I'm wearing and so on and so forth is more of a Bavarian kind of event. And centered around Munich starting in 1810. But as I said, it starts in 1810, right? So this has been going on for over 200 years, and it just allows people to get together and have a really good time, enjoy good German beer. We got several German beers, including a couple of great ones on tap. Several great ones on tap. We guaranteed we're going to have a couple of them, and I think we'll have probably 4 or 5 German beers on tap. We have plenty in bottles and German wines, along with German food provided to us by Dokels and the Village Baker out of Spring Lake are just 2 of our food providers, and we have several more. But what it does is it allows people to, if they're not familiar with the Oktoberfest culture, get a little taste of it, enjoy it without having to fly, 8 hours over to Germany. And for those that are in German descent or speak German, and we have a lot of folks there. So if you've never been to this and you're a German speaker, I can guarantee you're going to find other German speakers down there. I think it's great for them just to be able to speak in the German language, because it's fun to be able to talk with other people maybe it's your home language, maybe it's something you've worked hard to learn. So those are a couple really, I think, important aspects. Plus, it's just getting everyone together in a wonderful, good time. I think that's also just great, just sharing with each other.
Absolutely. And Bill, you've done a fantastic job just kind of explaining the ins and outs and really kind of just explaining your own passion for Oktoberfest that's coming up starting tomorrow. So, before we let you go, we'd love to hear from you and give you the final word. Why should people consider either returning to Oktoberfest Grand Rapids this weekend or coming out for the first time?
Well, first thing, thanks to the wonderful weather people at Channel 8, they've dialed in an outstanding forecast. I think the highs are going to be in the 80s, which if I tell you in the winter time that I'm going to dial in an 80-degree temperature at the end of September, you're going to take it. Sunny, warm. How many more days we got to do this? And you also factor in coming down to Grand Rapids overall. So spend a little time in Art Prize, spend some time at Oktoberfest. We have so many great events going on in town right at the moment. You can't go wrong, but I think you can mix and match. You can come on down to Riverside Park. Directions are on the website, and thankfully, Channel 8 is providing a nice link to our website. And you can just share in good times, have some good food, have some beer and wine if you want to. Bring the kids, they can enjoy the bounce houses, and you can hear some great music. And just, be outside in Michigan at the end of September. I can't think of anything better. This is a great place to live, and it's showing us its best face today.
Right. Yeah. No.
Well,
Couldn't have said. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Couldn't have said it better myself, Bill. Bill, thank you so much for stopping by. We really do appreciate it. And as he mentioned, and I want to remind everybody also that if you want to check out a little bit more information regarding Oktoberfest, everything you're going to need to know can be found right now over on our website, woodtv.com. Bill, one last time, thank you so much for stopping by today. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. All right, and I want to thank everybody else for tuning in to this latest edition of the Wood TV Live Desk. I'm Phil Penarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.